Hello, my name is Víctor Martínez. I've been working in my kitchen. I have spent there some time just trying to find out what would be a nice recipe for a good language learner. So this is what I got. Those are the ingredients. We are going to verify one by one, hoping that it's a good recipe. So first we have a 20% of enjoying the opportunity of communicating. Let's see. When you are learning, basically at the beginning, you could be a little afraid of speaking, but with the time this becomes more enjoyable, so you don't have to miss opportunities for learning, enjoying. Remember, most of the tourists or people in other countries, there's a big part of the people who speak some English. In this case, we're learning English, so it would be a nice opportunity to meet people from other parts of the world. You can do it through the internet, or you can they take this chance. We are living in a city which is visited by several tourists, so you can have an opportunity to speak to these people. Let's see the second ingredient, which is extroversion for speaking whenever is possible. Is related to this one I mentioned before, but then just remember you have to take out what is in your mind. Don't stay in silence while other people is speaking. You can take the chance and then express yourself. Let's see what's the third ingredient. It says hard work study not always has to be funny. Several hours of formal study will be helpful. So in this case, even when the speaking would be has to be enjoyable, well, you have to make an effort and get into a room and study, learning, listening, and you will give some other formal skills to reinforce what is happening while you are learning the language. Then here comes 20% of motivation to learn the language and focus on your own affairs like music, comedies, books, comic strips, etc. Yes, so in that way you have to reinforce the language acquirement according to your own likes, your affairs. If you like music, if you like watching some movies in original language, will be also helpful, so that you can have these abilities. And also, well, if it's about your what you're interested on, will be helpful to acquire more vocabulary, more structures, and it will be very nice for you. Then we have 20% of finding relations between your native language and foreign language, like words, structures, etc. Which means that you have to be aware of what are what is similar between your language and the language you're trying to learn about. Like we say here, bonjour, and we can relate it to buen dia in Spanish. Here you have good morning, and you can relate it to good morning. So you have to be aware of that situation. That will be helpful, so that you can have a better idea of the structures and how they work in languages. Final 20%, find resources. They are everywhere, which means that nowadays, with all the technology we have now, you can learn. Let's see. language apps, free. And then I will have a lot of information about how to do. We can get some applications, some websites where we can have language acquirements, language exercises, and so on. Then, with all these ingredients, we have scored 120% of performance, which is, from my point of view, a good record. So, any comment, please let me know, and I hope you like this recipe. Now let's try. Bye bye.